very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Look who's here. He's back.
2 weeks in a row.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is so cool.
It is rare with my schedule.
It is rare, and I'm just, especially with the games going on all over the place now, and we're going to talk about some high school basketball today, as well as talk a little college football, You ready to talk college basketball yet? Are you gambling on the hoops?
I've actually gotten off to a slow start as far as watching games and stuff like that this year. I've normally seen a lot more than I have by now.
I kind of have too. It's just
we can get into it later. There's a lot of parity this year, which is kind of made for some fun games. But
yeah, there is. Well, we might talk about that. We were going to talk NFL, and that's probably about it. Probably about all we have time for, because the high school basketball we are breaking down.
Don't scare me like that.
What's going on in and around your neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen? So, I'll tell you some community events going on today and this weekend. It's actually a fun day up at the Flora Public Library this morning. We're going on right now. They're having their gingerbread house display. Go up there and take a look at it. Once again, the Flora Public Library hosting the Flora High School's foods class gingerbread house exhibits. This exhibit is available for viewing during regular library hours during the library's meeting in the library's meeting room from now through the end of the holiday season. I guess it starts today. This year's entries are houses from children's Christmas books. I guess that would be children's Christmas books like The Grinch or something like that, or
They've got quite a few. I say that as I've got a bunch of little great nieces and nephews now. So I know my wife has purchased several recently.
I was going to say, okay, well, as long as you're buying them books, that's cool. Buying them books,
we always believe in giving books away.
Well, there you go. The houses on the red tablecloths will belong to students in food 1. Green tablecloths are advanced food, so keep that in mind when you're visiting. And they'll have a ballot. I guess they're going to vote for the home favorite. So there you go. What else is going on? This will be fun. Friday night. This is up in Effingham. It is Christmas charcuterie class. Christmas charcuterie class. Join. It's at the Red Thread Boutique. This is their last class of the year. This Christmas-themed event is a nice little break to relax with all the holiday hustle and bustle that goes on at this time of the year. Tia will be back with all her charcuterie goodies and festive holiday treats. It'll be a ticketed event, so you have to have a ticket, probably. Actually, I think they are sold out, but I brought this up.
Big fan of the charcuteries.
Are you a big fan of the charcuterie? I was going to ask.
We call them adult Lunchables, but...
Adult Lunchables?
Yeah. They're Lunchables for foodies.
We talked about this last week a little bit, didn't we? Because I mentioned charcuterie or something.
Charcuter.
Yeah, that's what the guy from the Jets said. I guess you don't have tickets for this.
I do not, but do you get to make and then eat this board?
Yes.
I am interested.
Yes, you do. There will be a demonstration on how to craft the perfect charcuterie board. It'll show you some of the tricks, and then you get to graze the table and to build your own board.
That being said, I have consumed enough. I probably know what I'm doing.
I expect you do. The nice placement and stuff all over the place. I do not understand the draw of it. But
it's good for parties and get-togethers.
My wife says,
if you had friends, you would understand.
I would understand that if I get invited.
So talk to your wife about it.
I appreciate her. I appreciate her being my social secretary.
Has she recently been to England?
No, not lately.
I almost ran into her the other day, and I mean almost ran into her.
Was she driving on the left side of the road?
Yeah, she was on the left side of the
road. Moving on. What else going on this weekend? Saturday, December 16th at the Xenia Christ United Church. They'll have the Polar Express going. That'll be fun. That's at 4 o'clock. They'll be hosting a Polar Express movie night, actually. Santa's going to visit from 4 to 5:30. Going to be games, as well as crafts, refreshments, maybe some other guests making an appearance, maybe Rudolph, who knows. So don't miss the fun-filled evening for all ages. Again, that's at the Xenia Christ United Church. At the New Beginnings Church in Flora at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, they'll have do a night of food, music, dancing, and Christmas cheer. At 6 p.m., enjoy live classic Christmas music provided by the Bouquet, I'm not sure how you say it, Bokeh Big Band, and indulge in Bouquet Big Band and indulge in classic
Boca,
holiday meal. Is it Boca?
I think it's Boca.
Like Florida? Boca Raton?
Actually, it might be how it's pronounced, honestly.
I don't know. Is that a Bible name or something?
We're cultured, but we're not that cultured.
Is that a Bible name or something like that? Is that in Jerusalem?
It's an international
Nazareth or something? Well,
we have to be careful with waters.
Yeah, I didn't know. That'll be fun. The Boca Big Band. Admission is free. Meal consists of ham, au gratin, potatoes, as well as green beans, rolls, and dessert. Find more info on the New Beginnings Church Facebook page. What else is going on in Albion? They'll have the Feed the Family event at the Hope Center. That's from 9 a.m. until noon on Saturday. They do this every month to help feed folks. The officials with the Hope Center at the event will give away free food, free clothing, free household items, and miscellaneous items as well. The event gets underway around 9 a.m. and a requirement for the event is that you do listen to a message of hope. So if you want more information, give a call 445-2065. Couple other things also to talk about up in Effingham on Saturday. Cookies and Cocoa. This is a national event. It's coming to Illinois. Cookies and Cocoa, Illinois, will be held at the Kerner Distributor Inc. in Effingham on Saturday, on December 16th. It's a free event where families can come and experience the hope and joy of Christmas. Get free cookies, free cocoa, free pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and more. Cookies and More is an event that started in 2019 after the founder lost her best friend to a car accident, and she started this event trying to put hope and joy at Christmas time. The reason I'm bringing this up and talking about it, they're doing this at a beer distributor.
I was getting ready to ask if Kerner's is going to be providing any other free items.
I was wondering.
We have done our part to support Kerner's.
We have certainly supported. I have supported Kerner at multiple events.
Yes,
multiple events. I have
almost daily.
I've rented trucks from Kerner. I have done all kinds of things. So I guess you can experience the hope and joy of Christmas. Hey, Kerner's distributor. Maybe they're related.
Maybe they bring the joy.
There you go. That's certainly a possibility. One other thing going on.
Certainly the spirit.
Certainly the spirit of trying to get the spirit. It's this is at the village, I'm sorry, I believe at the other one. It's at the Tuscan Hills Winery. It's a wonderful murder mystery dinner. And of course, you could tell why I put this poster up there.
Just the whole making fun of the thing, or just because of the eyes?
The picture of George Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really a captivating evening of entertainment awaits you with the dinner theater. It's a wonderful death. Your ticket includes hours of talent, suspense, and improvisation, plus a plated meal brought to your table by the Thelma Keller Convention Center. Both the murder mysteries are a perfect combination of scripted material and improvisation. Eat between the clues as you become a private detective. I guess you don't eat.
You don't eat the clues?
I guess you don't eat the clues. Probably wouldn't make it all that.
It's a whole new take on Colonel Mustard. That would Colonel Mustard on a sandwich in the kitchen. It would be edible.
Yep, there you go. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Cupcake Day. Each year, December 15th, recognizes National Cupcake Day. The cupcake was originally known as 1, 2, 3, 4 cake because the recipe called for 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, and 4 eggs, as well as a cup of milk, a spoonful of baking soda. What year do you think the first recipe for cupcakes can be traced back to? First recipe for cupcakes. I'll give you I'll give you a decade each way.
1913.
1796.
Missed it by a decade.
Missed it by 100 and you missed it by 10 decades.
I was told there'd be no math.
You missed it by a little bit. Yeah, there's a snowman cupcake. How about the earliest known documented use of the term cupcake, however, was in 1828 by the 75 Recipes of Pastry, Cakes, and Sweetmeats, the cookbook by Eliza Leslie. She just maybe liked individual servings of cake. So there you have that.
Now, do you do the cupcake sandwich thing,
Do what?
where you take the bottom off and you mush the icing down and make it a sandwich? It's the only proper way to eat a cupcake,
Oh, hold on.
other than crumble it into your ice cream, which is the
Tell me
best
this
way.
again.
Take the bottom of your cupcake,
Okay, so you're basically cutting
you're cutting the cake part in half,
okay.
and you put the bottom on top of the icing, and you have a little sandwich. Easily the cleanest way to eat one. That way you're not sitting there licking the icing off the top and biting through it. You just make a little sandwich. Have you never seen this before, Bruce?
No, I've never seen this. I eat the cupcakes with, I take the paper off and then just basically bite into the cupcake all the way down, so you get the cake and the frosting at the same
You
time.
just make it a little sandwich, and that's easier.
It doesn't get as messy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I learn something
You
new
don't wind up
every
with
day.
icing all over your nose. Or
We have cupcakes upstairs right now. We could go ahead and test if need be. Yeah, I just had one about 3 hours
no one
ago.
upstairs is paying attention to us right now to bring us any, though.
No, they're not. they are not. But if they were, yeah, bring us a couple of cupcakes. What's a good way to transport cupcakes? Many companies make the carriers perfect for transporting cupcakes. Cakes, who knows? What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bill of Rights Day. December 15th is National Bill of Rights declared by Franklin Roosevelt in 1941. It commemorates the day in 1791 that the Bill of Rights became official law when they were passed by 3/4 of the states. Did you know, and I did not know this, that there were actually 12 bills involved in the Bill of Rights?
Which two got cut?
One of them has been since added on, like the 27th Amendment was one from 1790. It restricts compensation for members of Congress. And the other one, was...
we didn't really enforce that one.
Yeah, they didn't really want to. The other one talked about how many, let's see, the states ratified 10 of them. One of the two rejected by the states concerned the number of constituents for each representative. So that has been they've had to mess around with that a little bit. So, National Bill of Rights Day. A lot of people pay attention to one or two of those, don't
Yeah.
they? They like a few of those, and they'll pay attention to one or two. What else? Huh?
One of them's really famous.
One of them's really famous. What else going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day on the third Friday in December each year. Since 2011, National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day has grown to be an international event. Now occurring on the third Friday of December, the celebration gives holiday lovers worldwide a chance to wear their ugly Christmas sweaters. In 2014, they joined with Save the Children in their Make the World Better with a Sweater campaign. And each year, ugly Christmas sweater wearers decorate, shop, and do their darndest to out ugly last year's ugly Christmas sweater. I'm only imagining that. See, that's. I don't. Let's
I was
see,
thinking the last guy in your last stock photo there
Yeah, this guy.
looks like Joel McHale and Tyler Musgrave had a kid.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. But that is an ugly Christmas sweater. I don't find this one ugly. I guess maybe with the string of lights, they are thinking that is ugly.
Do you have a go-to ugly Christmas sweater?
Yes, I do, but it is I don't think it's that ugly.
Mine's perfect. It's not ugly at all.
It's a Christmas sweater with a gingerbread man, and I apologize for not having it on today. I'll probably wear it tomorrow when it actually is the Friday. It's a Christmas sweater. Well, it's a sweatshirt actually with a gingerbread man, and it has a broken leg on the bottom of it. And basically, it's oh snap. It doesn't say oh snap, but that's what it
intimates.
I've got one that says "Jingle My Bells," but in the side of its age, the bells fell off.
See, I don't think that's bad at all.
And then I've got my Wu-Tang Forever Christmas sweater that I wear.
See, now
every
that's
year.
usually what you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
my go-to.
I've seen the Wu-Tang Christmas sweater numerous times. Yeah,
Thanks for the kids.
That's right. That's exactly right. What do you want to see on television tonight, ladies and gentlemen? High school sports. We have one game. It's going to get the whole full treatment. I'll be there. We'll have the replays going. Be in Dietrich tonight as St. Anthony, the Bulldogs, take on the Dietrich Moving Maroons. We'll talk about both those teams coming up here in a minute. Also, NBA basketball tonight at 6:30. The Lakers are at San Antonio taking on the Spurs. How the Spurs get on television? It's because of Wembanyama, I guess, but my goodness, they can't win a game. That'll be followed by the Knicks at the Suns. College basketball tonight, big game at 9 o'clock this evening. UConn is at Gonzaga. Number 5 Huskies at the Bulldogs on ESPN at 2. That is Brian. I am Bruce. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this word. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
So yeah, we're depending on you today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a scary proposition. I've always said if I'm the weak guy on a trivia team, we're okay. If I'm the smart guy, we're in trouble.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful, I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch. Let's switch over to that one. This beautiful Friday morning in Louisville, Illinois. Brian Turner is here. Of course, he was here last week. We talked a little college football. We'll talk about that again here in a minute. But part of Brian's job, one of Brian's many jobs is that he gets to see high school basketball all over the place at all levels. Used to see even more of that.
Yeah, less than I used to.
There are
I had somebody come into my office, and I'm trying to think how to put this. I'm trying to discuss how to put this. They came into my office and they see a lot of high school basketball as well, and they said, Bruce, is it just me, or is the quality, the level of play down a little bit from previous seasons? I said, well, I'm not sure, but I have noticed a little bit less scoring.
I haven't really, other than the team that I cover. The last 2 or 3 games they've played some pretty good. But here's the thing: you know who's undefeated?
No, Carmi?
Not just this year, but last year and the year before and the year before that.
No.
Nostalgia. We always remember it being better than it was. And we're at that age where, yeah, everything was better 20 years ago.
I understand that, and that's what and that's what I'm trying to defeat. Actually, that's why I bring up the question. I'm wondering, is it just me and nostalgia, or can kids not shoot them? I guess they don't shoot the mid-range anymore.
They don't shoot the mid-range. Mid-range is dead. We've got a kid that's hit like 5 this year, and I'm like, whoa, he's hit 5, 12-footers.
Yeah.
That's a lot anymore. That used to be, that was what teams built around.
Well, that's the thing. I would probably feel differently about it, having not seen. And I'll mention him because I talked to him. He talked to me himself about it. Andon Atwood said he was off to a bad start shooting the ball this season. Speaking of mid-range jumpers, that is where
that's his game. Yeah.
That's Andon Atwood's game, and he has been a little bit off. But if he gets on, Sisney can do a lot. And they're still. I mean, Sisney's still winning games, but whenever I guess that's where what pops into my head. I'm seeing Andon Atwood miss, which you don't see.
Fairfield is, let's be honest, they're a mediocre team.
But you've seen Lawrenceville. You've seen T-Town. I've seen T-Town. You've seen Albany.
Those are 3 transition teams too, though. They're not built on shooting this year.
Yeah,
they're athletic and get up and down. I mean, not to say they don't have shooters, but yeah, they create their offense with their defense for the most part.
Right.
Fairfield's a mediocre team. They've got 6 or 7 kids who are playing, because they run about an 8-man rotation, all shooting over 50%. If you look at the effective field goal percentage.
That's pretty good.
Now the effective count, you get extra credit for threes, which most teams shoot more threes now.
Yeah.
So I always, if you read one of my stories in the paper, I list effective field goal percentage every time. I don't list regular field goal percentage anymore, just because there are so many threes and they got to be treated differently.
Right. Flora Flora's been struggling up and down a little bit.
I saw one of their down games. I've only seen them once, and it was a down game for them.
They played a close one to Carmi the other night, almost beat him.
And Carmi's solid.
Carmi's good too.
They spanked Mount Carmel the other night.
Flora spanked Mount Carmel Tuesday night.
41-22 or something.
Yeah, Mount Carmel is down one of their best players.
Yeah, Blaine didn't go out this year.
Blaine didn't go out and play. And so I bring all that up because I have these here. I follow Nesto Hoops on Twitter, and this is who he has as good in Class 1A. Effingham St. Anthony.
You're going to see number 4.
I'm seeing number 4 tomorrow night. Well, tonight, Friday night tonight in Dietrich.
And the team they're playing is not on there, but they're what, 6-1, Dietrich?
I think better than that. I think Dietrich is 7-1 or 8-1 or something like that. Dietrich is a tough squad, and they will give Effingham St. Anthony.
They are 6-1.
Okay, they'll got good memory.
Their loss was Marshall.
They'll give Effingham St. Anthony all they want. Altamont locally on that list. KZ Westfield plays Fairfield this week, right?
Yes.
Or next week. They're on that list.
That's this Friday.
So
yeah, Fairfield had 7-1 Hamilton County Tuesday. Beat them, which was a little bit of a surprise how easily they beat them. Not that they beat them, but beat them easily.
Yeah,
53-28.
And that was down there too, wasn't it?
No, that was in Fairfield.
Oh, okay.
So we've held serve at home, basically. I mean, and then KZ is one of the top 1A teams. Then they get Ben and then Newton, 2 of the top 2A teams. So
Yeah.
they got a little tough run here before Christmas.
Here are the 2A teams from Nesto, and there's Ben at number 15, and he might have pulled Newton off of it.
Newton's been up there, and they're 6-2. They just had a loss, I think, last Friday.
I was kind of surprised Normal U High was down farther. I guess they've lost a couple of games. St. Joe Ogden and Lawrenceville, we've seen we'll see St. Joe Ogden coming up. We've got them playing at T-Town. T-Town beat the other night, beat Bloomington Central Catholic. It's not on this list, but they took second in state last year, and they're a good team. So and Teutopolis should be on that list. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah, they're at 20. And I watched them for a half get down 9 to Vincennes Lincoln, and they wound up coming back to win that game. It's really about the only time I've seen T-Town.
You also have here the 3A squads. Not too much down south. I always bring this up because East St. Louis plays 3A, and by the time of the tournament next week, depending on what they do in their holiday tournaments, they'll be probably in the top 5. Also, Centralia. How about the undefeated? The Orphans are undefeated right now, but they will get they'll get the test along with East St. Louis in their tournament next week. And speaking of tournaments, I pulled off the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. I know a lot of people around go down to that thing. It's almost invisible to the eye, isn't it? There
you go, a little
brightens up a little bit. You've got Fairfield playing there. You've got Edwards County playing there at the right before Fairfield. So some of our local squads will be down there.
I think West Frankfort's a little down this year, but then if you win that one, then you get Heron right after that. So.
Yeah, Heron's a tough customer. I didn't realize Carterville's thought of higher than Heron. I thought they must have played each other already, right?
Yeah, because Heron's kind of been the team everyone's looking for this year.
And actually, I'm kind of surprised Harrisburg's down below Fairfield. Fairfield's a 7 seed. Harrisburg's an 8. I guess maybe they want to try to. Is that filling the gym type of tactic?
That also probably happens after Fairfield. They voted the day after Fairfield beat Hamco, who was 7-1. So
yeah.
And Fairfield played themselves into a seed that game.
Where was Hamco on that? I didn't even notice.
They went up. I don't think they got seeded.
Hamilton County did not get a seed. They're playing Harrisburg. Wow, that'll be a good one on the first day.
Yeah.
And that's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday the week after Christmas. So it's just high school basketball, kids. It's getting going. It is.
They all have that one, and then the Lady Mules host their Merry Mule every year. So
will you be able to go to both? How are you going to do that?
Well, the El Dorado Merry Mule is only 2 days, so I'm always guaranteed at least one day I get down there. But yeah, I do a lot of bouncing back and forth. Luckily, the real job slows down that week, so
that's cool.
There's not a ton of stuff the week before New Year's.
So high school basketball is coming along, folks. We're trying to keep track for you. Again, that's a reminder. Dietrich is at home tonight against St. Anthony. Should be a dandy. Game. Yeah, that's right. We'll be back right after this. Stick around. Keck's playing well for them, by the way.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous December 15th. It's supposed to be really nice weather all the way through Christmas, I think.
I don't think if you're holding out hopes for a white Christmas, you could probably go ahead and just cancel that.
Yeah, cancel the white Christmas. And I presume that we're not going to get the bomb cyclone like we got last year.
I don't even remember that, but I've slept and drank since then.
You don't remember the December 21st, 22nd bomb cyclone that hit St. Louis and then came across and dropped temperatures it was amazing. I could tell
my brain doesn't work that way.
I was driving at it, so mine did. It was unpleasant.
Yeah, I can still tell you about the storm I drove through coming back from Tyler Childers 6 years ago, but Christmas last year, no. I probably tell you which beers I had before that concert.
From the Centralia exit to the Nashville exit, they went from 45. From the Centralia exit to the Nashville exit, my car thermometer went from 45 to 25, and that's when I hit the bomb cyclone, and then all kinds of stuff. Okay, well, it was the night driving to the Illinois game, which was as cold as I've ever been.
I might be making another trip to Red Rocks this summer.
Really?
Ryan Bingham and Drayton Farley, and I can't remember who the third band was. Sarah's wanting to go.
Oh, fun.
We were waiting to see if we sold the house before we pulled that trigger, but...
Well, yeah, we're still fingers crossed then, aren't we? College football starts up again this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I know there are spouses and folks out there who just can't wait for it to end. I live with one. But
that's why you have separate rooms.
It's the happiest time of the year. It really is. I love college football.
We had this conversation last week. I don't get excited for bowl games anymore.
I do. I still do it. Even though all these bowl games, basically that we're going to talk about, have opt-outs all over the place.
I actually was on
more than last year. I thought last year was a bunch.
I was on Action Network. Actually, two things to tell you my excitement level here. Knowing I was going to be on the show today, you know what I did? I went and looked and see who USC was even playing. I didn't know who USC was playing. I root for USC. Have for my entire life. I couldn't tell you who they were playing until today.
Who they playing?
Louisville.
Oh, where's the game?
If everyone is playing, USC's a 10-point favorite in that game. They are 7.5-point underdogs because no one cares enough to play.
Nobody's playing in that game. I guess no. Caleb Williams out.
Williams is out. Our top running back's out. Top three receivers are out, including Rice's kid. A tackle and a guard are both. I mean,
it was. I was looking over the listing for this week's games, and I was reading. We talked about last week that you mentioned that the MAC, all the quarterbacks were out. I didn't realize that half their linemen are out too.
Yeah,
their offensive lines of all the defenses are sticking around. The offensive linemen are all running scurrying like mice, man.
No, it is important to make a bowl game. It's not important to play them anymore. You make a bowl game, you get that extra month of practice for your team. Bowl games have turned into a glorified spring game for these teams anymore. They are playing next year's starters. It's a tryout for next year. Is what most of these bowl games have turned into.
You could say that. Having a team that didn't make a bowl game.
I think for a program's future, it's important to make them, to get that extra prep time.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters how you play in them anymore.
Well, dog, I mean, I bring everything to last year at this time of the year. Same time of the year, we lost to Mississippi State because they were all, they're a win one for Michael Leach type of thing, and so I'm
which
still bitter about that.
Bringing it all back to the gambling angle, it makes it hard to bet these games.
Makes it terrifically difficult.
It's like betting the Alabama spring game. You don't know. I mean,
just flip a coin. Here again from last year, or from last week, I showed this again, the rankings, the Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama game, or really Michigan, Alabama, Washington, Texas games, and then you have all the other rankings. This is who has already played Army Navy. Hey, that was fun. Did you? How'd you do? How'd you do on the over/under play in that
Hit
game?
the over. Thanks to safety.
Safety on the last play. He didn't need to step out of bounds. The time had already gone out whenever he stepped out
No,
of
he
bounds.
needed to step out of bounds,
He could have thrown the ball.
which still would have been a safety. In the
Not
box.
if he'd had somebody
Yeah.
there.
Well, true, but no. Took the safety on purpose. Got the 28,
Unbelievable.
which 28 is what it went off at. If you were betting over, you should have never betted over 28 because over 27.5 was available
Yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
So no one that knew what they were doing bet over 28.
It happens. You basically take the fluke win and you move on down the road.
See, I had the
you
over.
Don't brag about it. You think the betting heavens.
Wait, we're not bragging about
You
it?
don't get to brag about it.
It's never stopped me.
No, I know it. Yeah.
But I also had a Navy and an over and a tease. Do not tease college football. The one exception is Army Navy. That's your one time a year college football tease that you're allowed to do.
That's cool.
Army Navy.
Yeah, that'll work. Well, yeah, that worked for you,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah, that's cool. Also, tonight the Division III championship, also the FCS semifinal. One of them we couldn't remember, but then you get in.
Of what? I can't remember what division North Central is, but I believe they're in the national championship now. It's where Peyton Allen went this year.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk to him last night at wrestling. and
Really?
They're in the championship game,
No kidding.
and he's decided not to wrestle.
Is he having too much fun?
Well, he said football. It's a 16-week season basically now, so he's like, I'm not wrestling this year.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad he must be getting to play.
Actually, no, but he's getting to practice a lot, so.
No, that's fine.
Didn't get the dress this year. They have 160 kids in the program. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
How do they do that?
there's multiple levels of what plays and doesn't play, and
That's wild.
they started with that at least. But
Yeah. So here's what's going on next week. The bowls do begin. Tomorrow. The bowls do begin tomorrow. You've got Howard, Florida A&M. That's that's the HBCU bowl. Georgia Southern and Ohio basically starts out the bowl process. And Ohio was the one I was talking. It's either Ohio or. Marshall or somebody that had all their. Remind me of Ohio had all
if
their.
you have an hour and a
offensive
half, 2
linemen
hours to
leave.
kill, both VSiN and Action Network have a page that is dedicated to transfers, opt-outs, draft, people in and out.
That's the intriguing thing.
It'll take you 2 hours to read it all, but
That's the intriguing thing to me, Brian, is trying to determine is betting trying to determine who's really wanting to play.
yeah.
I mean, because the
it's turned
teams,
into a motivation
the
factor.
teams have motivation. Some have motivation. Some do
Like
not.
That Georgia-Florida State game, 10 years ago, there's not a way I'd miss a snap of that game.
Right.
Two incredible teams playing each other. That's the Saturday the 30th. I mean, it should be an incredible game. Neither one of those teams want to be there. I'm going to tune to the end to see if they do the whole kneel down thing for an entire game, just a little middle finger to the NCAA, but do it normal.
They won't.
I know, no one's got the cojones to do it.
Yeah, they won't.
The Raiders Chargers last year, all they had to do was not tie each other, and they were both in the playoffs. They played each other and went to overtime.
Well, they're getting paid to play.
Yeah. But was it last year or 2 years ago? When all they had to do was not tie, and they were in.
Yeah,
And they
then
still almost
they messed
tied.
that up. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what we have going. We have made picks, a couple of college games each. I guess you guys all misread the memo where
Did we?
I said forced pick on the semifinal games.
Oh, we did miss that.
Because none of you picked the semifinal games except me.
Spread or straight up?
I picked mine spread. Well, it is straight up because it's pick 'em now. I
predicted Bama would go off the favorite.
Bama is the favorite now. They have the pick 'em right now is they're minus 113 and Michigan's minus 108.
Yeah, Bama doesn't belong in there. They're the favorite over the number one team in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's up to 2.5 now. I will say that gets to 3. I'm probably taking Texas.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, now I don't think any of us have anything on the. I don't think any of us have made a pick on it on that Texas game. If I actually, you say it's Texas.
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. That was the look ahead lines.
Oh, you were
Yeah, they've got look ahead lines up already.
already for the final?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Look ahead. Bama's a 2.5-point favorite over Texas and a 6-point favorite over Washington.
What's Michigan? 2.5 over Texas.
Michigan is
Same.
3 over Texas and 6.5 over Washington.
That's fascinating.
Looking for the
All right. Well, nevertheless, I am taking Michigan over Alabama on the. That's one of my 2 picks this week. I think Harbaugh's he's got those kids fired up, and they don't have anybody leaving. They're the Michigan people are all staying, and they're not portaling or anything yet. They're going to wait till after
I
they.
might take both underdogs here. Alabama plus 1.5, and Alabama's still plus 1.5.
Oh, really?
Washington plus 4.
I guess
I'm looking at just DraftKings.
I was
I'm
looking
not
at
on
Bet
the-
Rivers.
I'm not on an odds
Yeah,
checker.
Bet Rivers had moved.
I can
They
get to that real
moved
quick.
it to-
Not like I don't have that one bookmarked.
Yeah, that was something. My other game, by the way, I couldn't stay away. Iowa, the Sirens of Iowa drew me in. I'm going under 36.5 on Iowa, Tennessee in the bowl game.
So you don't think Tennessee will score 37?
I don't think Tennessee scores 37. I don't think Iowa scores. I don't think Tennessee scores 37. Yeah, I had to go under on the Iowa. What else? What do you have going?
I have Missouri plus 1.5 against Ohio State. That's Ohio State's got nobody
Ohio
playing.
State's got nobody playing.
And one of the earlier ones, I got UTSA Marshall over 52.5.
That seemed like that seems like a good number. Where is that number now? Is it moving? Because I didn't think it'd be that.
Is it not still available?
I didn't think it'd be that low. I thought it would. I think I saw 58 later or something like that. Or maybe I was looking at a different team. What do what do the other boys have?
It's still 52.5 available.
Okay, I must have been looking at the wrong thing. Jamie has Appalachia State minus 6.5 versus Miami of Ohio.
That one's another one. Miami doesn't have a quarterback.
Miami doesn't have a quarterback, and they lost half their offensive line. Appy State plays good defense. I can see that.
I think their quarterback's also out, though, so covering a touchdown might be a little difficult, but
Well, they haven't. I think they decided if their quarterback was going to play yet or not. UCLA and Boise, he's got over 49. I don't know about that one. I'd like to see it, but UCLA's kind of shut their offense down. They're playing barely enough to win now. But who knows? And they're not playing in the Idaho Bowl this year. What's Lucas got?
he's got Cal plus 3 against Texas Tech. I haven't looked at that game at all. And he's also
That's
got.
this weekend, isn't it?
And he's got New Mexico State minus 3.5. I actually almost.
Yeah, Cal, Texas Tech
Yeah.
is Saturday. He's got New Mexico State, Fresno State.
That's this weekend too. I almost picked that one for mine too.
New Mexico, what's he got that one?
Minus 3.5.
New Mexico State doesn't know if their quarterback's hurt or not. He got hurt playing against Liberty the other day, and they don't know whether he's going to play. There's what we have. Here's our. Well, I'll wait to show that list after we go over the NFL. I got a little early, quick fingers on that. But here's what the bowl season looks like. Take a picture of it. This is just gorgeous. You might be backing out of your love for it, not me.
That being said, I'm still going to watch just about every one of these games.
Yeah,
I mean,
I will too. I will too. We're going to come back, folks. We are going to talk about the NFL and then all kinds of other stuff when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, "Together, we're going to rebuild." Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Brian Turner is here. IamWeeze.com. Anything new up on IamWeeze.com this week? Folks are...
Lots of sports photos. I've started up getting those back up because it's got all the winter stuff going now.
Where'd you run into Peyton Allen, by the way?
He was at wrestling last night.
Okay.
Yeah, she sat on the bench and started coaching a little bit. Couldn't help himself.
That's not, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. This is Fairfield.
They trust him. Yeah, I guess they would trust Peyton Allen. He didn't.
He got into the heavyweight match quite a bit.
He'll get over that.
As a kid, he wrestled a lot in practice. So
that's cool. He'll still get over it. Actually, I suspect I would have done the same thing. The NFL. What was the big news in the NFL this week? It's that the Chiefs don't like offsides penalties.
Don't know where to stand. And I've seen so much back and forth on social media over that call and all that, and of course the Chiefs fans are like, it happens all the time, blah blah blah. He checked with the refs, like, yeah, he looked over there and he said, "Am I okay?" He never waited to see if the guy said yes or no.
Yeah,
and I stand next to the ref 90% of the time I'm at a football game. I'm standing next to the ref they're checking with, so I've seen the mechanics of how that works. And I don't know how many times the guy has said, "Get back, get back, get back," when he doesn't get back. So just because you go over there and ask doesn't mean that you're good.
Yeah. It was, but heck, who knows? Buffalo had enough time. They probably would have won the game anyway, the way Buffalo was playing in that one. But who knows? It was
kept the Bills alive.
Kept the Bills alive.
And they took a lot of money in the futures market this week. The Bills did.
Did they drop?
They're down to plus 115 to make playoffs now.
Oh, wow.
Still pretty much needing to win out.
Speaking of there's the AFC. Yeah, they are 7-6, but they join. There are 6 teams. So they joined 5 other teams at 7-6, battling for those last. Well, you got to kind of say Cleveland's also battling for the wild card spot as well, even at 8-5. They're just a game ahead.
Yeah, how many of those teams up there have a starting quarterback who is healthy?
Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City,
Denver and Buffalo.
Denver and Buffalo have their main starting quarterbacks. Yeah, and I wouldn't.
That's kind of been the story of this year, is how few quarterbacks we are down to.
That's 11 teams, and there's only 5 healthy quarterbers.
Yeah. There's only like 13 or so in the NFL that have started every game now.
Is that right?
It's somewhere around that number.
Have you started?
And that's including the bad ones.
Have you started? Have you been able to collect any of your wins, your total wins, total losses teams yet?
NFL, no. I did go back and look up my college football ones. I wound up like 6-4, but with juice, I wound up like down just dollars.
That's the thing when they do wins and losses. It's plus 120, minus 120. It's higher juice usually on the rather than 110, right?
Or you can even there's some like where you get like a half number where you're paying like a minus 140 even or
Yeah. That's not.
I think I lost a minus 160.
No kidding.
Yeah, that one kind of hurt. As well as Washington. I had their under.
You had the under, okay.
And they won 6 games by 4 points or less or something like that.
We didn't even talk about Washington, Texas. What do you think's going to happen in Washington, Texas?
If Washington's healthy, they can hang. Washington, when they were a lot of those close games, they were not healthy. Penix wasn't healthy. He wasn't moving nearly as well. They were missing some linemen.
Yeah.
So
it looked like they got healthy.
If you look at the total year numbers,
it looked like they got healthy when they went to Oregon State.
Like I'm a big fan of S&P Plus and in NFL the DVOA stuff, and so if you look at the year-long numbers, Texas should blow them out.
Texas isn't healthy though. That's the thing.
Texas isn't as healthy, and Washington wasn't healthy. So that I think this game could be a lot closer than the numbers would indicate.
Right.
So getting more than a field goal, I kind of like Washington there.
Sorry for the
we didn't go. Yeah,
we switched back to the back to college football.
This is how my brain works anyway, so we're good.
Yeah. Well, you never said who you picked to win Alabama, Michigan. I'm taking Michigan.
I'm taking Alabama in the points.
Oh well,
which basically would mean they need to win outright.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think they'll have points.
It's 1.5 now, so
yeah. Well, that's
should have bet it. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. Yeah, well, when you had 3?
It was 3.5 even. I think it opened 3.5. That disappeared quickly.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's talk about this week in the NFL. Who do we have going, and what's the story that we've got? Well, I didn't finish. Hold on, we didn't show the NFC playoff picture. How about those Green Bay Packers? Losing to Tommy DeVito, and they're still in the playoffs. Unbelievable. God bless Tommy DeVito.
I saw his agent.
He's going to get a job.
I saw his agent come out this week and didn't appreciate being called. Saying he looked like it was Peyton said he looked slimy.
Yeah,
he said he didn't really appreciate that.
Well, I bet not. Well, he does kind of look slimy.
The Giants have been a popular pick this week at +6. I don't buy it.
I don't either. I didn't pick them, did I? No, I didn't. No.
Of course, game tonight, Chargers-Raiders. New team has their quarterback.
Well,
Raiders are back to
looking at these. Who's got their starting? Can you count? I guess Brock Purdy counts as a starting quarterback, even though they didn't start the year. Well, they did start the year with him, didn't they? Yeah,
they didn't know they would because of the thumb injury last year, or elbow.
Dak's still there. Goff's still there. Baker's hurt, but he's playing for Tampa Bay. Hurts, that's the interesting one. Jalen Hurts, I think, is just hurt. I don't think. I think
he's not running the way
he's not right. Yeah, he is not right. Minnesota, of course, Kirk Cousins is out, and they don't. I don't know who Minnesota's going to play this week.
It's Mullins.
Mullins is
back.
Oh wow. Jordan Love's alive. He's.
I need him this week.
Well, are they at home?
I am starting him in a fantasy football playoff game.
Are they at home? Need to be at home. That's the thing.
You wouldn't think you'd want a quarterback playing in Green Bay. Yeah, they're actually, and with the weather and they're playing Tampa. With the weather in Florida this week, we do want them in Green Bay.
Oh yeah, no kidding. You've got Matthew Stafford's healthy. They can still make the playoffs.
But he's missed games.
He's missed.
Geno's missed games.
Geno's missing coming up, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, Drew Lock played. No, Drew Lock played for
Falcons have been playing quarterback juggling.
Yep.
And same as the Saints with Taysom. I couldn't believe that.
Well, Hill's hurt now too.
Taysom Hill got knocked out last week, or he didn't play last week. They didn't. By the way, he wasn't on the injured list all week long until Sunday morning. You know how I know that?
You had him in your
He's on my fantasy team. I tried to switch him out 5 minutes before noon, and they'd already locked.
My playoff game, my opponent has Josh Jacobs, who is listed as questionable, but they're saying probably won't play tonight. I'm hoping he doesn't know that.
Who are you playing?
Actually, it's Nick Batts, so Dick ain't watching.
Yeah. All right, let's talk. Who are we all betting on? What's the score? What are we doing here?
Let me get back to that sheet. Bengals apparently are the popular pick. Jamie and Lucas both have them.
Yeah.
Lucas got the better number. He's got a -2.5. Jamie's -3. Lions Broncos over 48. Jamie has that one. I like that one too, actually. I didn't pick it, but like it. And Jamie's also got the Texans +3 at the Titans. I don't know if he realizes that Stroud's probably out or not.
He probably does. Jamie pays
That
pretty
line has
close.
flipped. It was Texans -3. It is now Texans +3 because of the Stroud news.
Yeah. Stroud is. What a year that guy's having. Hopefully he's not out too long. It won't affect it.
It's the Davis Mills era again.
He'd still get Rookie of the Year, wouldn't he? I mean, if he missed a
He was a
game or
pretty
two.
heavy front runner, so yeah.
He'd probably have to come back, but
Yeah,
still.
he can't be done and still win it.
Yeah, I would think,
And there's a
yeah.
chance he's done for the year.
What did he do?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I can't remember. I just remember listening.
I think he hit his hand on something, didn't he?
Because they're at the point in their years, like if it's even iffy, there's no reason to bring him back.
Well, they are. They
weren't on the.
Yeah, they're not in the playoff.
Well, they're not in the NFC, but.
Let me look at. Yeah, there they are. 7-6. They're one of the 7-6.
I guess they are still alive. Never mind.
So yeah, they're close. So yeah, they'll probably try to
I
get
forget
it back.
about that 7-6.
It's about the log jam.
Everyone.
The log jam at 7-6. Okay, those
And I
are
don't think any of
Jamie's.
those teams are actually power rated as above average.
Those are Jamie's. What do you got going?
Lucas also has the Niners -12.5 against the Cardinals, and he's got.
I've got the opposite side of that. I've got the Cardinals +12.5 against the Niners.
That game's actually Cardinals have taken money because that was 13.5.
I wondered. I mean,
So you've got the pick that's taking the money, but you missed the better number.
yeah, it's division. It's divisional though. That's the reason I did that. I bet on the Niners when and I won with the Niners last time they played the Cardinals. I just don't think
That was Kyler's first game back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 I think I was on that one too.
Yeah.
Lucas also has the Bills -1.5. Wasn't one of my picks. I'm probably betting that too.
That's versus Dallas, and that is at Buffalo. Dallas is a different team outside of Arlington, aren't they?
Yeah, and if you look at, they are very opponent driven. When they face a bottom 10, they look really good. When they face a top 20, not so much.
Yeah.
Offense and defense.
Yeah, that's true. What do you have this week? You said,
I've got the Fighting DeVitos +6. That is
go Fighting DeVitos. That's fun.
that is not me betting on the Giants. That is me betting against the Saints.
Saints don't have any offense. They got Jameis Wilson or Jameis Winston for crying out loud.
No, the Giants still have the worst yards per play differential in football, which is a key number a lot of gamblers look at. They're like -1.4 yards per play. The next closest is 1.0. Huge
Well,
margin there.
How do you like
I'm
to be-
still taking him +6.
How do you like it been Paulie Howard just sitting there watching that game?
Did he had 2 entries left, didn't he?
He had one.
Was he?
That was it.
So he's done.
He's done.
Yeah. I say he was the last guy to have 2 entries left too. I haven't caught any of his shows this week, so
I made a point not to watch Tuesday. I didn't want to see him cry.
I got the Falcons -3, and I got the Lions -4. A couple of short home favorites.
Okay, you've got the.
Well, Falcons are actually a road
I'm
favorite.
against you on the Lions. It's now 4.5. I've got the Broncos +4.5 at Detroit. Now I've got the Seahawks +4 versus the Eagles. That is, and that is in Seattle. That is basically a home dog against the hurt quarterback. I think Hurts is hurt, and they're just not telling anybody.
The Eagles have struggled more defensively than I think people realize too. They led the league in third down sacks last year, and they're last in the league this year in third down sacks.
If you were going to
That's a huge swing in 1 year.
If you were, I guess right now, if you're picking percentage, or if you're wanting to pick a Super Bowl champ, it would be the Niners.
Ravens.
Ravens. Ravens are getting that. Would be that the. I guess they're going to get the home game. So I mean, at this point.
And who else do you pick in the? I mean, obviously the Chiefs, but they got some work to do if they want to get a home game.
Yeah. I think this is the last show of the year, folks. Enjoy the bowl season. Enjoy the rest of the rest of the season. We'll be back in January with some fun new stuff going on. Yeah, we're going to talk about the bowls.
Obviously,
we'll talk about the NFL.
Yeah. There's always football. Even when there's not
There's
football.
always football.
There's football.
That's right. Hey, we'll see you all next time. Have a great day and enjoy the weekend.